Oh, wait, I gotta get over to the comments. 26 comments. Holy cow. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's squirrel therapy. I mean, drone therapy. I'm not sure. Ron may be around later, or he may not. But yeah, I was looking for some information about, just finding out information about how it looks like they're closing the door for any kind of imports getting into DJI from DJI coming into the U.S. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Let's see. Do we need to rename the stream DJI therapy? Let's see. And John's saying yes. Can't wait with gritted teeth. Let's see who else. Already said Warren, John, and Zach saying hello to everybody. Good to see Zach in here. Let's see. John Flying Flynn Media. Hello, hello, hello. And he's telling everybody else good evening. And we got Brian saying howdy, howdy, howdy too. New person coming in. Thank you for coming in. We're a little bit strange. Of course, I'm no strange one. Everybody else is normal and rational. But I'm the one that kind of puts all this together. So I'm glad to have you here. Hopefully you'll know some of these other crazy people in the chat. You can talk to them too. Let's see. Scrolling. Yes, I see you, Ron. Hang on just a second. Ron's here. Hey, Ron, what's going on?
Hey, hello, Bill. Hello, chat.
Yep, let's see. Scrolling. There's Chuck. Chuck's in here, and he's saying, our lawmakers suck. Why isn't DJI getting the review they asked for? Because Scotty O paid off the slime on Capitol Hill, and they all suck. Well, I even wrote a song, Ron. I didn't tell you about that. I posted the lyrics on my page, or it says, it's called Exiled Machines. It's pretty cool, actually. I used that.
Did AI help you at all?
Yeah, that Suno. Okay. I came up with, I told it what all was going on, told it what kind of music I wanted, had a couple of lines.
Did you have it do it in the style of the Grateful Dead?
No. I wanted it to be more edgy. So anyway, let's see. Scrolling. Raymond, glad to see you. Glad to have you in the house. TJ Giggles. What do you got to see you? Glad to have you here. Cool Cat, glad to have you in the house as well. And Johnny Drone Flyer, glad to have you, sir. Glad to have you in the house. Let's see if there's anybody else.
Happy birthday, Johnny.
Hey, yeah, happy birthday. Artco Drones and Entertainment is in the house. Let's see. Scrolling. Rolling. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out if anybody new. There's another John. Everybody's talking back and forth. Okay, I think we're out here and caught up now. Hey, what's up, Mike? Night Train. Good to see you, sir. Glad to have you in the kitchen. We're all cooking. So, I don't know if, before we really get in heavy into the details, did you know that Skydio came out with new drones, Ron?
Well, I did. I don't know much detail. I saw a little video of one flying inside.
Well, they've got a bunch of stuff on their page. Sammy, good to see you. I have a rant. New Apple Watch, Ultra Watch. You don't like the new watch? I have an Ultra 2.
Okay.
I have an Ultra True, so
okay.
I don't know what to say about that one.
Rant.
But anyway, let's see. Because, yeah, I'm going to go do this. Skidio. But, of course, as we know, nothing for the consumer. Just for them. Let's see. I need to show you all.
Folks, this show tonight is sponsored by Skydio.
Yeah, really. They paid me off. But they're not giving me a drone, so figures. Okay. And they call it, I think it's, what is it? Let's go to products. Come on. Where are you going? Not just drones. Drones.
There we go.
Here we go. We got an X10, which is the old drone, and then
it's
the new drone.
It's not on the big screen, Bill.
Huh? Oh, it's not showing up on for you guys?
Not on the big screen yet.
Okay, hang on. Let's do this.
Hang in there, folks. Again. Our tech people are working behind the scenes.
Because I'm not showing it. That's why. Duh.
Our producer is off tonight.
Well, no, he was partying, so he came in late. Okay, there it is. It looks like the original. What was it? The R1 that they came out right off the bat.
Oh yeah, the one hardly anybody had, but
yeah, exactly. And oh look, it's got turtle mode.
Oh, it's like an FPV.
Supposedly, it's completely robotic. It can create its own light. It can go in and under. This is an example. Y'all are seeing this, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. See the good, Bill.
So let's go ahead and let's make it big.
There, like a police officer is using her security guard.
Yeah. Or you can sit in like if there's a bomb there or something. I still think an FPV drone would probably be better because it could get there a lot quicker and maneuver in a lot tighter spots.
This
And
one's good for tight quarters.
yeah, you really don't need, you don't need, you know, this sophisticated of a, you know, to do something for that means. I mean, you
Mhm.
might use it for like maybe, you know, checking a nuclear reactor or something like that where you wouldn't want to put people in that area. So, I mean, I could totally see that. But let's see, remove. Let's see, how many is it? People been this Chuck going off on Skydio and I just missed it. Trying to see if anybody had came up with anything.
Well, I think somebody did make a couple choice words about Skydio back there a little bit.
Oh, what? Oh, wait, Sam wants to come on. Hang on, hang on. I'll get Sammy a link. Where did I put my thing? Where's my thing? Oh, there it is.
Is he coming on about his Apple Watch?
Yeah,
Right?
something about his Apple. Okay, let me go ahead. No, no, I want to remove
He got
that.
the new watch already?
Yeah, remember it came the new one. I don't know if he's got it already. That is kind of strange, isn't it? Where is my? There it is.
Well, Sammy's got connections.
Wait, man, maybe. Let's see. There we go.
I think iJustine had the new AirPods.
Oh, I didn't know. What? So the AirPods 67 now? Is that where we're at?
AirPods Pro 3.
Pro 3.
And the
Hey,
now Pros are 4.
Jim's droning.
Hey, Jim. How you
I
doing
sent
tonight?
Sam a link. Skydio drones always suck. Shit. Yeah, crappy color science. It was like some of GoPro's early scientists went over there and worked for Skydio.
Well, since they're doing enterprise, they don't need that good of cameras for
Well, the thing
enterprise.
about it is I'm trying to figure out where all the contracts are coming from. A local law enforcement because
Yeah,
local law enforcement.
that one place in Florida, they had to get rid of DJI, so Scotty was their only other option.
Yeah, it was the only. See, that's what sucks. They're the only other option. The only other option. But okay, so I had already said this. I'm going to go ahead and let the cat out of the bag. But I want to tell y'all something. Like if anybody knew before, we had a bunch of people on eBay that were throwing Mavic 4s at us. A
Right.
bunch of people. But if you go over there and you look now, you won't find that many Mini 5 Pros that you can get shipped over here. It's just a bunch of cutthroat US people that are trying to charge $2,000 and like $1,900 and all this stuff just to get the drone.
Right.
So you're paying them like $800 profit. You know, so if you can find it, it's much better. I gotta get the save going, the screen share going, and I want to go here.
They'll probably play that price off as a tariff. That's that 2,000. That's your tariff pricing.
Yeah, they're saying, yeah, we paid for the tariffs here. Yeah, we paid your tariff, so you don't have to.
Yeah.
Let's see this one. Okay,
Jim
so
Droning's
here,
Mini 5 is coming tomorrow.
excuse me,
Jim Droning's Mini 5 is arriving tomorrow. Of course, he's in Canada. so
Canada.
he
Yeah,
can
so,
get his
yeah,
legit.
well,
Yeah, he can get his legit.
see, that's another thing too. I've seen people talking. Okay, I'm going to do a research here.
Now,
So
Zach
mostly
says
right now
it
it's
was-
showing
it
me
was cheaper if you
goggles.
pre-order on Monday.
Showing me in goggles. What on? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Zach said it was cheaper if you pre-ordered the Mini 5 Pro on Monday.
Yeah, because a lot of people out there. But I got a feeling that they're going to lower the price because that's something else we're going to talk about, and I'll explain to you why I think they're
And
going to
Jim
lower.
Droning said he got his from Amazon. His Mini 5.
It doesn't show up on our Amazon.
No. We don't have the good Amazon.
Yeah, you got the.
Well, it
good
does show up on our Amazon bill. It'll be $2,000.
Oh yeah, from private seller. Okay, you can see this right here. This is in China,
Yes.
and you can see the magic letters. Can y'all see the magic letters?
The letters that say no tariffs?
It says UPS. So they take it to UPS and they put it in a box and then they set it up to ship, and then they send it from China's UPS to the UPS in the United States. And
Okay.
even though they don't go through the exact same customs, I don't believe. I think they go like all of those, like FedEx, Amazon, all those, they all go through one. And then you got all the other vendors coming through whatever the main one would be. I don't know for sure. I'm just taking a wild stab because
Oh, I wonder who's got the laziest custom agent. That's the one where I want.
yeah, exactly. Like, it doesn't look like a drone. But that's what they're saying is that if they ship it with UPS, and I think there's you got to pay $98 economy shipping for it.
Okay.
But this is just the drone and the RCN3. So
Okay.
that's still pretty steep, and this is a Chinese vendor. But supposedly, if you see where it says UPS, if somebody's shipping by UPS, that's how they're getting it in right now. Right now. But supposedly, as soon as the Department of Commerce gets their deal done, I don't know. They may slam the door on everything. Because here's my question, and I want to put this to everybody that's in the chat too. Doesn't this stuff get run through an X-ray machine?
I guess there's so many packages, Bill, that maybe 1 in 100 does or something like that. But I'm sure they can't run every package through the X-ray machine.
Wait a minute. Did you just say what I thought you said? So any bomb parts could just go right through? I'm pretty sure, but I would think all of it's going to have to. Some kind of preliminary, whether it's the top of the line X-ray or not, and it's probably got AI involved in it. So, like you said, it's probably not run by a human, but there's some AI watching as it goes by, and then it'll say, "Okay, that package you got," and then it kicks it out. So I don't know for sure. There he is. I don't know for sure what's leading to it. Hey, Sammy, what's up?
Welcome in.
So you can go ahead and rant. Can we hear you? Can you hear us?
Hey, Ron.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hello, Sammy.
Go ahead and hit us with your rant.
um, I'm getting I have the Ultra 3 coming. It'll be here on Friday, and
Okay.
I just have a problem with all these reviewers on watches and even or phones. I mean, what do you want a watch? I mean, a watch, just a watch. What do you want it to do? Okay. The Ultra 3 has satellite connectivity. It has 5G cellular. It has all this. Yet and with all the health related stuff and all it has sleep tracking but they're complaining that basically they're complaining about it can't measure the thickness of the walls of my veins. Okay. What do you want a watch to do? Now, you guys both know back in the day with the Casio, how excited we got when it had the calculator
Yeah.
buttons on it,
Yeah.
and oh, we got a calculator.
And heard Space Invaders on it, something like that.
Yeah, and now they're getting mad because it can't a guy goes to the bathroom and takes a dump, and he's like, well, my watch didn't tell me I had to go poop. They're like, it's not tracking my cycles. I mean, come on.
That'll come with a later firmware update.
So,
I
Sammy,
know, right?
do some of the big reviewers have the watch already, Sammy?
Yeah. There's a lot of
Okay.
reviews out about it.
I haven't seen a review on it yet. Okay. I've seen a bunch of reviews on the AirPod 3s. That's the only thing I've seen reviews on.
The AirPod 3 Pros don't have a whole lot more than the Pro 2s are still like just staying right in there. They're right in the pocket. They are like still like the 3s have the same chip as the 2s.
Yep.
So the AirPods Pro 2 are still getting all the updates. They'll have everything that the Pro 3s have. And the biggest thing to the headphones is the live translation. So
But that's also available in the 2.
Yeah, you get it on. I have the Pro 2s, and that's what I already have it. It's on there now.
Yeah, I've got I've got Ultra 2, but yeah.
Now, Sammy, the AirPods Pro 3s have a health feature that the 2s don't have. What health feature was that? Was it like
It's the heartbeat sensor.
Okay, yeah. So that and
So it tells you if you have a murmur or not.
Yeah. It has the heartbeat sensor built in.
Which your watch has too, but I guess people like to run without their watch so they can still get it with the AirPods.
Hell no, I want the son of a bitch to teleport me to the emergency room if something goes wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
Press the button and I'm there, man.
All three of us are old enough to know with the back in the day with the one phone in the kitchen with like the 50-foot cord on it, right? That mom would walk around talking on the phone, right?
Yeah.
No,
and then
we got on the phone.
Then we got the portable phone with the big antenna, and we're like, whoa, that's awesome. Now you have a watch that can tell you everything you want to know, and yet they still find something wrong with it.
You know what my favorite feature is on the watch?
Ah,
What's
Find my
that?
phone.
oh yeah. Well,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
forgot where I laid it in the house somewhere, or if it
Okay.
went in between the cushions on the couch.
and,
It's
and
your
you know
phone finder.
one of the biggest things that nobody ever talks about
What?
is the Apple walkie-talkie feature
Oh yeah,
with
yeah.
your
Right.
watch.
Right.
Okay. Now Sprint used to have that. They used to have the Sprint phones that you could click on, and I forget what it was called, but you could talk to anybody anywhere.
Yeah.
But then Apple Watch does the same thing. You just push it, talk, let go. They talk, let go. I mean,
Yeah. And the funny thing, Sammy, when that phones used to do it like 25 years ago, every kid in the mall was doing it or whatever. But now that the watch has it, nobody uses it.
you never hear about it. No, never hear about it.
Bill, you lost your
The
volume.
Dick Tracy. It looked when I the first thing I thought of when I got mine was it reminded me of the Dick Tracy TV
Yeah.
watch. You know that he had
Yeah.
on his wrist.
Oh yeah.
Dick Tracy had the best watch back in the day.
Yeah, we
Well,
all wanted that Dick Tracy watch.
well, you
Or
gotta
yeah,
stop.
go
You gotta
ahead.
stop and think about it too. Back a long time ago, like we're talking about, like with Star Trek, right?
Yep.
They had the tricorders, and they were always walking around with their tablets
My
and
tricoder,
doing,
this is probably better than
you know
your
what I mean?
tricoder.
Yeah. And now we have all that, yet I don't know if it's this generation or it's just never enough. You know what I mean? It's never enough. That's all I
Well,
wanted to say. I mean, I've been watching some reviews and everything that it can do that is amazing, even all the way to this is the Watch 9, but I have the new one coming. But it's a watch, for God's sakes, okay? It knows how many steps you take. It
yeah.
knows your heart rate. It can tell you if you have hypertension. It can, it can, if you fall down, there's no more I've fallen and I can't get up. The
Yeah.
watch
Yeah.
says, "Hey, did you fall?" You're like, "Yes." Next thing you know, here comes rescue.
It can even tell your wife if you ordered a drone and didn't want her to know about it.
Yeah,
That
there
too.
should be a switch for that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cut that off.
Sammy, the last time I saw my AFib doctor in May, like I just opened my health app on the phone and he looked at all the data that was on the watch. Oh yeah, this is good. This is good. He did my whole checkup just by looking at the data that's on the health
Yeah,
app that the watch records for
yeah,
my
and
heart,
you can
all my heart
actually,
rhythms and so on.
See, that's one of my arguments about all this shit where they're trying to get pissed off at drones, right? Our watches and our AirPods and all this stuff goes into all these places even closer than our drones can get. But they
Yeah.
don't say a thing about it. I take this with me, it goes everywhere I
mhm.
go. You know, most of us do that. So that's the first thing. Hey, man, I did not turn the
Right.
light on.
And that can record all sorts of video, pictures, audio, that can get all the data.
Yeah, exactly.
And the thing is if they wanted to, you would never even know that it's recording your audio.
Yeah, yeah.
And the screen's
Right.
not going to light up and say, "Hey, China's
Right.
listening,"
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Or
Yeah.
whoever makes it. But then
Yeah.
again, too, Bill, with the printers, right? Everything we do on those printers goes to a cloud, right? So if
Yeah.
you're like printing some weird stuff, it's in the cloud. I mean, you know,
Oh, wow. Did you see this?
John Flynn, the watch detected his AFib.
yeah.
Doctor was skeptical, but did an EKG. It was confirmed. It's so good.
Well, and you know too, Ron, that if when your watch gives you like maybe a notification that there might be an issue, you can upload that straight to your doctor. You don't even have to go in. They will look at the data and then, reply back to you.
Okay, something I looked at over here. I want to make this big for a second. Here's one that just came up. This one here is in China. It's shipping UPS. It's got the RCN3, but it's a Fly More combo. They're wanting 1,100 $16 plus say $110 shipping. So I mean, they're starting the price that you watch here in the next week or so. The prices will start drastically changing. Now here's one who's really wanting to remus. This one's 1337 plus 131.60 to ship.
But
But
that's the
these
plus.
US
That's the
people,
plus combo, Bill. I mean, maybe does that mean they had the better batteries?
yeah, yep,
Yeah.
exactly, and it's a no tariff too. But see, the Americans, look at the U.S. people. They're trying to just bleed us dry.
Oh,
Look at this
sure.
2100, 2000,
Well,
2000.
that one says that pre-order ships from U.S. Well, how'd they get it?
They've ordered it from one of these South Korea or something like that. And
Oh,
then,
like Marcus got his the four. He got it from what he got ordered that from Japan.
Yeah, from my
yeah,
guy in Japan. But
yeah,
yeah, these
Yeah.
guys, that night, the guy charged 19.9. He may not even have the drone yet.
yeah, exactly.
He
Yeah.
may be hoping he gets it from South Korea or Japan, and then he flips it to this guy, whoever buys it.
But see, the sad thing is like before, there was Mavic 4 Pros all over eBay, all over eBay, in every country pretty much on the damn planet. But Mini 5 Pros, no, it's almost like they're not willing to take the risk.
Hmm.
I mean, wasn't there, Ron, when you first went, like for the first week and a half, there was boatloads of Mavic 4 Pros.
On eBay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, all over the place.
Yeah.
And then they came up with the idea how to reship it in another box and tape it up and ship it to us UPS, and that was how it was all going to get here. So I don't know. I
Well, you know,
mean,
again, this is just launch day. So most of these people, they're just like they're just guys. They're just like people like us. They're just like a one man thing that has an eBay account or whatever. So they don't really even have these drones yet. So I think when the drones reach the stores in South Korea, Japan, like today, tomorrow, when they're on the storefront, and they go down and pick them up, I think the inventory will increase and the price will go down as more units become available. Because again, maybe they were lucky enough to go down to their local whatever equivalent Best Buy store was and pick a couple up today. Maybe they were, maybe they weren't. It may have been a line.
oh, I love this. I like to cheat on my watch. If I ride a motorcycle, it counts my steps faster from vibration. Short ride, I
Wow,
got all the steps in for the day.
You
wow.
know, there's another way to do that. Just on that point, I have a 9-month-old beagle puppy,
Uh
and
huh.
I've strapped my watch to her upper leg, and
Yeah.
I had like 60,000 steps.
Oh wow, wow.
Yeah,
You
I just
probably got
strap
you
it to the
probably get
dog.
every gold star that the thing has for that.
Now, speaking of them drones, could I know they have them in Canada, so could we have like Lauren get one and put it in a plain package, just a plain brown box, no nothing on it saying what it is, and then it could be shipped here?
I mean, that has
If he
worked.
sends it
That,
UPS,
that,
I'm
has, that has
assuming
worked
yes.
so far.
If he sends it
Yeah,
UPS, that's what we're thinking. That
Yeah,
yes.
because when you order a Mavic 4 Pro from Japan, Mark's that same guy I bought from you. It comes in a plain brown box,
right.
a shipping box that you would typically see. FedEx delivers, so I had a FedEx like that FedEx thing would put the label in. Now the label wasn't like a label that you print off like a label printer. It was like
Doesn't say
Right.
anything about
typed up or
lithium
whatever.
batteries
There was
either.
nothing on the label. It had
Oh,
my
it don't
name.
have the battery sticker
The
on?
No,
it?
no
the
warning
return
about
address
batteries at all.
was just some Chinese guy's name as a return address. It wasn't any company or anything.
But they would have to
Right.
wait a minute. That the scary thing about that is if they put it into a plain package and it doesn't say anything about the lipo batteries inside, then it potentially could not end up in a pressurized cabin. And then it
Well, but
gets
well, but like Ron says, that's no shame on you because he said it has some Chinese guy's name as a return address.
right, right. I totally get that, but what happens when it gets up like 25,000 feet and there's no
True.
pressure in there? Boom! That
Well,
lipo just
Yeah,
and
but,
see
but,
what
I,
made me
what I
think.
can't say is, Bill, the thing arrived quick. When you order from Japan, it got here in less than 4 days. So it could have been on a boat. It had to have been traveling by air or whatever. So that is true.
Well, I'll be honest with you.
But
I
put it this
think
way, Bill, a whole bunch of Mavic 4s flew over here this summer on airplanes from South Korea and Japan. I don't see one headline saying a plane blew up because of a lipo battery. So that would you say is possible, but it did not happen. That would have been a
well,
headline for
here's
sure.
what was I'm beginning to think that my drone did come from China and that it came in up somehow came in on the UPS line and it came in through Chicago and then that's where UPS picked it up there and then brought it to me because it came in just a crappy old a taped up box, and it just
Yeah.
had my name and address on it. Nothing about lipo batteries, nothing about anything,
Yeah.
dangerous inside, none of that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. And
So,
my and
Well,
my
see what?
mine definitely came from Japan because I could follow the tracking. It started out in Japan, eventually got to Alaska, and got to I don't know, I forget where in the U.S. and worked its way over. So it definitely, I saw the FedEx tracking the whole way.
Well, see, that's what made me think about that, like going through Lauren or even like Ian over there where he's at.
Yeah.
Because here in California, these things are illegal. The vapes, they're
Okay.
illegal. I can go buy cartons of cigarettes, but I can't buy these. And
Hmm.
none of the online vape shops will send them here. So what I do is I buy a bunch online, have them shipped to my son in Florida. He reboxes them in a plain box and then
Yeah.
sends them to me. So I
Yeah.
was wondering if
Because
maybe the drones could do the same thing.
I think before you came on, Bill, we were talking about X-ray and things. I mean, there's no way that they have enough time and money at the Customs Department to X-ray every little thing and say, okay, that's a vape thing. Pull that to the
Right.
side. This is a drone or whatever. They just don't have the manpower to do that. And I think they're looking to stop big companies. They're looking at a pallet of vape things don't get through.
Yeah, right.
Our drone get
Exactly.
through, but they're not so much worried about one unit or whatever.
No, because the guy that lives across the street from me, he works at the same place I do, and he buys his vapes from China. He gets the disposable units from China, and they have no problem sending them to California. It's just
Yeah,
the U.S. based vape companies will not send nothing to California.
because they're a company. They could be caught. They could have penalties against them or whatever.
Yeah.
Even if your son got caught or whatever, what are they going to do? That he put a vape thing in a box to send it to his father in California. I mean, what crime is that?
Well, it's the same thing like you're saying with the drones, and Bill said about how the drones come without the battery sticker.
Hmm.
Even the disposable vapes and stuff come with battery stickers. So
Okay.
he could be, he didn't put a battery sticker on the box, right? And then it blows up, and then it goes back to him, right?
Right, right, right. Yeah,
well,
and
what
again,
I was, what,
and even if it blew up in the U.S., then what are they going to do to somebody in Japan or whatever? But
Right.
again, it did happen. You said thousands of these Mavic 4s came over in airplanes this summer to America, and not one battery blew up. So I mean, it could happen, but anything can happen. But it did not
Right.
happen. Is the
Right.
is the key here?
a lot of people too were griping about the Mavic 4 Pro's smaller field of view.
Yes. Well, closer. Well, you can see closer in, so it depends on what you're trying to do. I don't understand why everybody wants the widest angle possible on a drone. I'd actually probably, in some sense, I understand Ken Dono. He's trying to take real estate photos, and the drone has to be close to the house. But if you're just a regular flyer or whatever, I'd actually like to be able to see things a little closer if I'm not doing real estate or something.
You see, I've got something up there already. I'm ready to. We're
Yeah,
going to
you got a
transition
little
here in a
logo
minute.
there. Go ahead and set your story up.
But as you can see right here, this says. Wait a minute, I gotta get back over here to the. Okay, this is U.S. opens national security probes into imported drones, polysilicon. So we scroll down here. It says Washington, and it talks about how they used Section 232 to open an investigation into import of Chinese drones and related components, as well as polysilicon, a key component in solar panels and semiconductors, which was open. Section 32 investigations, which were opened on July 1st, but not publicly disclosed previously, could be used as a basis for even higher tariffs on imported drones. Da 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 da. Okay, so we scroll on down. Trump administration has already opened numerous national security investigations into the import of commercial aircraft, jet engine parts, all this, so forth and so on. Chinese accounts for the vast majority of U.S. commercial drone sales. Washington has increasingly cracked down on Chinese drones over the last few years. DJI, the world's largest drone manufacturer, sells more than half of all U.S. commercial drones. In December, Biden signed banned DJI and Autel for selling new models in the United States. Oh, that could
Biden
lead
signed
to,
a thing where they had to do the test by the 23rd.
well, or it just automatically happens.
Yeah.
So this has been going on. Here's the thing. This has been going on since July 1st, right? But there has been rumors floating around. I don't know if y'all saw Greg from what is it? What is it? What is it?
Pilot Institute.
From Pilot Institute had a video up a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and it looks like they're about ready to pass their ruling on this, which is it could potentially lead to more strict, importation rules as far as maybe. Like I was telling Ron when we were discussing this earlier, Sammy, about how Ron's saying they don't have the manpower. I said they could run them down a belt and have an AI looking through a camera, and it could spot it through the X-ray and just kick stuff out. So I don't know. That's what I'm saying about it. What do y'all?
I mean, of course, I don't try not to say as unpolitical as possible, but the Chinese have been setting fentanyl over there in packages and whatever for years and whatever. Somehow they don't have a machine to catch the fentanyl coming in.
Yeah, that's like I said, there's things that are much more dangerous that we have on our sides and in our pockets all the time. So.
Yeah, again, this is the U.S. government, and they're not always the most efficient at doing things. So I don't know why the efficiency level would rise to stopping drones above anything else it's not good at.
Well, see, I had a few people that were sending links of this to me, and they were saying, "Look, they're doing the audit." And I was like, "No, no, no. This is not the audit we want, and this has no bearing on what we're waiting on." What do you mean? They're checking it out. I was like, no, we need them to do an exact audit and to check the security protocols and all that stuff. What they're doing is deciding whether it's bad to import it or not.
Yeah, the Commerce Department here, they're coming from a totally different thing. They're not coming from the safety aspect. They're coming from the aspect that DJI drones hurt the U.S. drone economy, and they want to ban it because it's hurting the U.S. drone industry. They're coming from a whole different angle than the security angle that the 23rd inspection is all about. So again, they're coming after DJI at all different angles: security, anti-competitive with U.S. drone companies, and this is one of the ways.
But the thing that's so strange, you can go to sites like Chuck was talking about. He got his from Adorama. And we got B&H, and they're basically kind of the same company,
right?
But they got Mic 3, they got Osmo 360.
Yep.
But the whole point is like I was saying, those devices can get in places that our drones cannot.
Yes.
And they can also, like Sammy said, they can record things, especially if it's a camera or something like that. We could have the Mic 3, like Sammy said, it could come on and we wouldn't even know it was on. While you were walking around or something, you just had it attached. Oh no, sir, I'm not streaming. I'm just got it on my shirt. And it could be recording everything.
Yeah.
Well, also too, I'm just wondering, what is that drone that Chris Hope flies all the time?
Phantom 4.
Right. Okay. So they didn't have a problem with that. They didn't have a problem with the next one that came after that. They didn't have a problem with the next one that came after that. They all do exactly the same thing as the ones we have now.
Well, here's the thing. You're one. There's one key point up until when it started to go downhill, and that's Skydio came into existence. And the minute Skydio came into existence, and everybody went bananas, and me and Ron and Marcus and Bill the Drone Reviewer all went bananas like everybody else.
Oh, they were cool when they first came out.
And we jumped on that ship, and we waited, 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 and we finally got them drones. And then no more than a month after we got them, we were like, why did I buy this thing?
Right, because again,
we're trying to defend it, but we're like,
basically, it comes down to we want drones that we can fly well, whatever. We're not really all that interested in drones that are mostly trying to fly themselves around.
Okay, so that's the one where they're using that particular one. I got another one. Let me get this.
Well, then I mean, like with the FEMIs aren't banned, right? The FEMI can do everything that the DJI can do. It's just a little more wobbly.
There's so many different bills out there. Say, I mean, one bill seems to just target DJI, but other bills target all Chinese drones. So it's a slippery slope out there. Who's going to be banned on the 23rd and who's not going to be?
So they're basically saying everybody's going to be banned except Skydio, because they're the only ones in the United States, right?
There actually is no consumer drone.
No consumer products,
they don't
right?
Make a consumer product anymore.
Right.
Well, so that's basically they're making sure that
I mean, there are other U.S. enterprise drone companies that make drones that cost $50,000 or whatever. I
yeah,
don't know if
and
you want to count them or not. I guess Scuddy is the only U.S. enterprise drone that is somewhat affordable to a consumer. But why does the consumer really want any enterprise drone or whatever unless they have plans on making money with it, and then they're no longer a hobbyist?
Now,
oh wow,
what about I haven't, you know, since I'm not my only camera drone is the Air 2, but um is there any ban on like DJI's agricultural?
They will be, yeah, you can't get, they can't get through customs. They'll fall under this. If all these bans go through Commerce Department, all the other ones, it'll be going too. Yep.
So in other words, all the benefits of them ag drones, you know what I mean? They basically replaced crop dusters,
Well,
okay?
I hope the crop dusters didn't get rid of their planes because they're gonna be flying again
I
soon
know,
or
right?
whatever.
do you see this? Ron
Yeah,
used the words
and that's what
government
I'm talking
produced
about,
in the
Warren.
same sentence.
Bill expects our efficient government, and in the same sense again, to be able to detect every DJI drone being smuggled through in a plane box or whatever. Not going to happen.
No, not every one
I
of
mean,
them.
I mean, not they. I won't even give them 50-50 chance of stopping drones in a
Oh
plane
yeah,
box.
yeah, yeah. I know, but it would really suck that you were the one guy that they
I'd be the
caught.
one guy that they caught. Yeah, 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 yeah. I understand.
You just get a letter in the mail going, "Yeah, if you want your drone, we're holding it. You gotta send us $550. Here's a prop so you know it's real. We took this off your drone so that you know we have your drone.
Yeah, and we do take Bitcoin.
Yeah, we take Bitcoin. Let's
The Mike
see.
3 came home with him from Iceland. So I think Sammy brought this up a while ago. This is a good point, people. Okay, Bill, and you made this point too. But when a new DJI drone comes out, we have to go back to Flip before this happened. When a drone comes out now, it does not appear in the U.S. website at all. It's not even seen there at all. But when a camera, a mic, a gimbal come out, they appear on DJI's U.S. website, but they say out of stock.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
do they out of stock non-drone products, but the drone products don't even get even a placeholder up there? They don't even
Well,
get the, what
some of the
what strategy is
accessories did
that?
make it in. Some of the did you know that B&H actually has the charger for the Mavic 4 Pro?
Oh, well, that's something. That's
You know,
that's a
but
part.
I think that's the only accessory they have. They may have filters. I'm not sure.
Like for instance, okay, if you need a props and you order from China, how is customs really going to stop a box of props coming through if it doesn't say DJI in the box?
The thing about I got because I realized I was this close to jumping on the fanboy wagon again, and then I was like, no, I've got this monster now, and I've only flown it like 3 or 4 times. I really need to do better with this first. And
Yeah.
besides, all them people that got one now are going to want to sell it in 6 months. So they'll say, I've only flown it 14 times. I only want $900 for the whole, fly more kit. And
Yeah,
I'm
there you go.
hoping by then somebody will have, because I wish that somebody, that was one thing that kind of burnt me out when I was trying to order the drone. I wanted somebody that just, and DJI didn't package it this way. So there was no way for me to get it, but I wanted to get just the drone, one battery, and RC2 Pro.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Or
yeah,
RC Pro 2, yes. Not
yes,
the other way.
yes.
I said it wrong.
And,
That's
and
the
we
one.
and we did find out this morning, and none of the literature leaks did they say it would work with the RC2 Pro. But Sean from Over Air Photography, he confirmed that in his video this morning that you can fly it with the RC Pro 2,
The 5?
the Mini 5. Yep.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. It's crazy that it was that early that they let it in.
Yeah.
Usually
And,
they don't add a
and
new.
he's right. I was doing some work today at the desk, and I had the RC Pro 2, and it got the firmware update, the controller for to
Wow.
make it compatible. So it's already.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. So if the Fly app added it, then surely, yeah, for sure the controller. Okay, yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. Well, the flap and the controller got a update or whatever.
Okay, so let me go. I gotta go back over here. Okay, so I was talking about the Commerce Department opening investigations under Section 32 into the imports and their components, citing national security concerns. New rulemaking is being considered under the ICTS, Information and Communications Technology and Services Framework, that gives the Secretary of Commerce power to prohibit or condition transactions involving foreign information and communications technology when there's a risk. But they don't necessarily have to show us where the risk is. Let's see, where's my, because I've got some more on it.
You know, I
Yeah.
also wonder too,
What?
how do they actually think that the communications from our drones is going to China? Okay, we have like Dustin that does long range tests. You go out so far, we lose complete control of the drone, right? So how is that drone sending that signal all the way to China? Is it a cloud-based thing, or is it just DJI getting the information and then?
Yeah, I mean, they used to say that somehow it was going on DJI servers. I don't know what point they thought it was going to the servers. When was it in flight? When you had it at home and you had it connected to the internet? I don't know what point they thought that was going to China. But they've already proved that that data goes to some kind of Amazon server in the U.S.
Ah, well, now see, there was a lot of people that, not to change topic, but there was a lot of people that got into 3D printing, and when bamboo came out, they're like, oh dear God, I'm going to print a dog toy, and it's got to go to the cloud, and then it comes back to your printer. All
Hmm.
right, no, well, they're stealing your information. What information? I'm printing a dog toy. What do I care?
Yes,
But
if
that was the
somebody in the
same
Chinese
thing,
military is looking at your dog print or whatever, what do you care?
right?
How's that
There's
going to
not.
help? How's that going to help an invasion of the U.S. if they know what your dog has?
Well, there is some things you could print that you might be embarrassed about, but who cares if
Yeah,
people in China are like, oh dear God.
yeah. If some general in China sees it, whatever, how embarrassing are really going to be if General Zhao in China sees it or whatever?
Yeah, he's gonna be like, oh dear God, Sam's a freak. We got to do
Yeah,
something. I mean, come
yeah.
on.
I better call that Sam up or whatever. Yeah.
I'm posting all these various links that give information on what I'm
Yeah.
talking about so that people can go and check them out whenever they would like to. So I've got like one more.
Well, the important thing, Sam, when it comes to the drones and this ban or whatever, common sense is out the window. Nothing the government's doing makes any common sense whatsoever. So we might as well even stop even putting in the realm of common sense.
Not anymore.
How do you mean? Wait a
Hey,
minute.
Mike Wright's in here.
Yeah, he's been here for a while.
Mike,
Y'all got in a deep conversation. Wait a
Mike,
minute, let's see.
did you order the Mini 5 Pro, Mike?
Whatever, Jim.
I wonder if China will ban shipping batteries. What would Skydio do? Or like a vehicle manufacturers? I doubt it.
Well, see, all of the, like, they're getting rid of the Chinese electric cars too. There's not going to be any of them allowed in either.
Yeah, well, they remember they yeah. Well, I think they stopped before they even got here, Bill.
I don't think they'll
Yeah,
fit in a taped up
yeah.
box.
They stopped those Chinese e-cars before they even got here.
What, can you imagine the UPS driver trying to deliver that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Man,
yeah.
hang on, I got a big ass package for you. It's like 40,000 pounds. It's taped in
Yeah.
its box,
Hey,
man.
I need you to sign for this thing, sir.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Okay, he's asking David if he's coming
David, I hope you
too.
come to the 6th annual Florida Drone
No
Meetup.
excuses.
No excuses.
Let's see. But let's see. Oh, I need to catch up. I'm way behind, guys. So don't get mad at me if I skip some stuff and just get caught up.
Sammy said they could
Reese.
ground those a geofencing. Bill, stop Brown from putting words together like government and
You're
common
liable
sense.
to start a discussion in the chat with phrases like that.
Okay, let me say government, right? And now new sentence, you know.
Government, period. Next sentence.
Yeah.
Confusion.
Mike says, thanks to Bill H for the link. No tariffs. So Bill the Drone Reviewer has already purchased a tariff-free Mini 5 Pro. Because Bill's even says no tariff in the headline of the of the
Well,
product.
that's what they're saying on when you look at them. It says right there in it. It'll say UPS ship no tariff.
Well, Bill got his on eBay too, right? From what I seen
Yep.
Yeah,
earlier
Oh
this
yeah.
morning.
Yeah.
that's where we all
Yeah.
found it. That's where we found the Mavic 4.
Well, I say it makes no sense to buy from Adorama BH Photo because the same drone that costs you, say, whatever, like a Mavic 4 Pro, the same drone costs you 35 from South Korea, costs you over $5,000 from BH Photo or Adorama. You don't get any extra benefits from it. You still can't get care refresh. You really don't have a warranty because you can't send it back. So there's no benefit from ordering from a quote American company like Adorama. You know. Maybe same way with the Mini. You might as well order the Mini for $1,100 rather than paying $2,000 for it from here.
Well, that's what I was wondering about. If you do end up getting one, like the Mavic 4 or the Mini 5 or whatever, I mean, you have no company support.
Right, exactly. Well, you have no support in the current drones because I'll give you an example. I have the Air 3S. It's not a year old yet. It's coming up on a year old. I have, DJI 1 year warranty. I have a care refresh. But if I have a crash thing and need to send it back in to get a replacement, I could get out of here, but the replacement would get stocked at customs or whatever, and I'd never get it. So
Yeah.
I have no, my warranty and care refresh being zero now.
Yeah, I'd never get back.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
What they did come up with when they were at that meetup last weekend in the Northeast. The guy that works at the Apple store is Camera, is not an official DJI, I mean, Apple DJI store, but he said they're going to do repairs at their store in New York City. So if you have a repair, and you can actually ship it to them, they said.
And you can
Well, I know,
actually ship it to the DJI store in New York and get it worked on.
That's owned by a company called Camrise.
Yeah.
And I do know there's a big DJI warehouse here in California. I mean, so does that facility not have like repair capabilities,
They
or
shut
does
all
it
that
all have
down.
to go to China?
They shut all that down. They fired them
Ah,
all too.
okay.
What was it, like 2 years ago, wasn't it? That was when what's his name? Dersher, the guy, wasn't he? He was the first one they started chopping out, and then they started shutting all the stuff down and just leaving.
Yeah, Sammy, that factory's probably just filled with a warehouse, probably just filled with a whole bunch of flips they couldn't sell.
Yeah, they'll even repair DJI products too.
Yeah, Dale. Yeah,
Blue Sky drones, they'll repair them too.
Yeah.
Or Blue Skies. I
And
think.
did you see Deneen? She went into that New York store, and that's a DJI store in New York, and Audrey, the guy that works there, I think his name is doing right. Audrey is Kite something is his screen name. He came out and gave her a Mini 5 Pro from the back room.
Gave it. Oh, okay.
Gave it to her the pay at the register.
Yeah.
He came right out of the back and gave. And
Here's what it just now dawned on something that popped into my head. Maybe there's a reason behind we got so many Mavic 4 Pros because they already had the components to make them. It could be because I noticed the first ones were all the ones with the RC2, right? Or the RC2 with the screen on it. Yeah. Now we're seeing the N2 R3 controllers are coming out. It could be that they've bought up all of the stuff that they've got built, and there won't be anything available for another 3 or 4 months due to those supply chain issues. Because I was trying to figure out why we weren't saturated with just as many Mini 5 Pros as we were Mavic 4 Pros.
Well, I'm sure there's a lot bigger demand for the Mini 5s, number one. And Tom's in the chat. Tom, thank you. Digital Kite is Audrey's screen name.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Tom.
Doo-doo-doo.
Yeah, but I think the demand for the Mini 5 Pro is 10 times the demand for the Mavic 4 Pro.
Well, because it was so much more expensive, but then when you see people trying to sell it in the United States, you're going, damn, I should have just went ahead and bought a Mavic 4 Pro.
The big boy. Yeah, you're right. It's so much cheaper, but the markup's so much higher.
Well, if you're going to take the chance in the first place, why not go ahead and spend $400 more and get the big boy?
Yeah.
Now, let me ask a question. What would be better, the Mini 5 Pro for what the people are trying to sell it for, or a Mavic 2 Pro with that 1-inch Hasselblad?
Mini 5.
Really? What would be the big advantage to somebody that's
sensor, man.
You're
talking about
for a hobby?
The Mavic 2 Pro. What was it? It wasn't a 1-inch sensor. It was something.
Yeah, no, the Mavic 2 Pro was it was the first Mavic with a 1 inch.
Right.
Yeah, it had the Hasselblad.
But it wasn't a true 1 inch is what I'm trying to say. Remember we found out it was like 0.923
Well,
something.
they say this 1 inch sensor is not a true one on the
Because it's right, because it's the exact same sensor that's in the Air 2S. It's just the new version.
Air 3. It's the Air. You mean the Air 3S? Yeah, yeah.
No, the Air 2S, the true 50 megapixel 1 inch sensor that was in the Air 2S. The one that's going in the 5 is the updated model. So, yeah, it's going to probably have a lot better color science, a
Yeah.
lot
Well,
more throughput, everything.
by look at the specs, I think it's going to be the same exact sensors in the Air 3S.
Now, I just have to ask, and I don't want to be Debbie Downer, but as somebody that doesn't do anything for commercial work or anything like that, like I said, my last camera drone, I had the Air 2, but moving that from up to the Air 2S, what else would I need? I mean, I fly mostly, well, 100% mostly FPV, but what else would I need in a camera bird other
Yeah.
than the Air 2S?
Yeah, Sam, the thing has changed from say the Air 2 era was everybody demands this low light performance now. So
Ah,
all the most recent releases have these 1.8 apertures. They have the bigger sensors that bring in more light. So the low light has changed. 5 years ago,
ah,
nobody had any expectations of shooting in low light. Where now everybody demands it. That's probably the number one issue. And the dynamic range now, like
right. Okay.
this Mini 5 claims to have 14 styles of dynamic range. The Mavic
Ah,
4 claims 17. This is on the level of $5,000 camera bodies from Canon and Nikon now, or the older drones, the dynamic range. If you were trying to capture the highlights and the shadows in the
uh-huh.
same photo or video, it had a big issue with whatever. Where now it's much more doable in this era. That's the big
Well,
thing.
I think what I'm trying to articulate is for somebody that doesn't do anything like with photography or any kind of art stuff or anything like that. Say, for me right now, the biggest thing I use my Air 2 for is like when I go camping, I'll find a good spot, right?
Yeah.
I'll pull off to the side of the road, I'll put the bird up, and I'll have the bird look around. It's like, oh, there's a better spot over there, or there's a better spot over there. Oh, or there's a lake over there. It just keeps me from having to like hike and stuff.
Yeah.
So somebody like me would not need to move up to those bigger birds, right?
Yeah, Sammy, if you're somebody that felt that you do most of your flying in the middle of the day when the sun's right above you, everything's well lit, the new drones probably aren't going to look a whole lot better than what you have if you're in real good light. So
Yeah.
yeah, you wouldn't really need to upgrade for. I mean, you could squeeze out more. Say maybe you didn't have enough battery to do all your exploring you want to do. The newer ones offer you 5, 10, 15 minutes more battery life than what you're flying now. So if you need to really explore around, you don't have to bring it down and change that battery out.
I don't
Well,
understand
but I
it.
mean, I've taken my Air 2. I've taken it out about like 8 miles. Okay, and then what? I know this might sound stupid, but
You 8 miles. You mean you're doing a 16-mile round trip on one battery?
yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
you got a heck of a because I remember the air. Well, I had the Air 2 and Air 2S. I remember the Air 2S better. Like only remember that thing getting a little over 20 minutes of flight time.
No, I've taken it out. Well, I think the last time I took it out was a little over 5 miles. But then see, I can't help myself. Is what I do is like I text earlier, my FEMI 2020. I like to put that on waypoints. And then
Hmm.
I go up with my FPV quads and chase that drone around and mess with it while it's
Because
flying
you know
back.
where it's going. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So when I take out the Air 2, I go way out and then hit return to home, and then I'll put the controller down, put my goggles on, and go fly after it with the FPV quad and
Well, it's
play with
coming
it
back
while
to you
it's
because
coming home.
you know where it's going to be again. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So
Cool.
Mike's saying DJI parts are readily available through eBay and other sources.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, we were talking
Okay,
about
I
third
want to ask
party
a
people
question
that
about this.
repair DJI
Darren
drones.
put this up. Okay, I don't understand. Yes, 4 Pro may be perfect, but it pushes it outside group of EASA, making it useless. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
EASA. Somebody, I'm not real. I don't know that one, and it seems like it would be something that would be interesting to discuss, but I don't know what it is, so I don't want to leave it hanging because it's been stuck in my craw ever since he put it up there. I
Hmm.
just can't. I don't know what it is. Somebody give me a lesson on what this means.
Yeah, somebody in the chat help us out.
Let's see. I'm scrolling, seeing if anybody said a fly serious cinematic pro gets the job done. Okay.
Yeah, well,
Flying serious.
Chuck does all them travel videos and stuff like that. So yeah, you need something like that.
Can you imagine hauling out hunking Mavic 4 Pro around when you're traveling? No, that's a beast. Chuck needs that Mini 5 Pro so he's light when he's out running and
Yeah,
gunning.
that's one thing I have to admit because it's got that. What is it? 1.8.
Yeah, so it's gonna be of course the good and low light or whatever.
And the
And
Air
even
2S is what, 2.7 or 2 point what? Or is it? I don't remember. Somebody might know.
2.8 maybe.
Maybe that sounds.
I don't remember either.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I was thinking either 2.5 or 2.8,
But you
but
know
maybe.
what, bro? It's a give and take, though. The 2.8 looks better in the daylight or whatever. Uh,
Sammy
oh,
Dunn.
you got an
How
internet
about that
banger.
range test?
You're not trying to steal Dustin's thunder, are you?
Hey, I don't live in Hawaii, but if I did, I would do that.
But
Dustin's
Dustin lives
back in
in
the
New
continental
Mexico
U.S.
now.
Yeah,
Now
he's
he's
back
back to
here.
Hawaii again.
He went back to Hawaii.
His latest videos are from Hawaii.
Oh well, I'm gonna miss New Mexico. I know exactly where he lives in New Mexico. It's called a trail. I've actually taken that trail from Albuquerque to Santa Fe.
I might be mistaken, but I know the last couple of videos he put out, he was in Hawaii, so maybe he might
Where
have
in the
been
world is
visiting or
Dustin
something.
Dunnell, huh?
Huh?
Where in the world is Dustin Dunnell? A new game.
Oh,
Yeah,
him and Bill, the drone reviewer, were the first couple of guys I watched when I started getting into drones.
Hmm.
I'm just rolling through.
Rolling.
Oh,
I
okay.
got to know
Okay,
Bill's
I got you.
backyard like the back of my
Thank
hand.
you. I get you now.
Well, I mean, of course, if you put those plus batteries in the Mini, any of the Mini 4, Mini 5, Mini 3, they go above the 250 grams.
And see, here's another third party that repairs DJI stuff.
Okay, the Drone Doctor. Yeah, they sell them too, I believe.
Hey, Herman's here.
Hello, Herman.
What's up, good sir?
Well, Tom says EASA is European Union Aviation Safety Agency.
Yeah, I kind
Okay.
of thought that's what it meant, but I didn't know what it was talking about. He was talking about so apparently the weight of the Mavic 4 Pro make it more expensive to fly. I don't know. Like you might need a different stamp or something. I have no clue.
Yeah, anything they have different classes that we do, and the heavier classes need, it's harder to fly them over any populated areas.
Let's see, Chuck carried the Mini 4 Pro, Mavic 4 Pro, RC Pro 2, Avata 2, and the Pocket 3. But yeah,
That doesn't travel light, does he?
well, you see what he says. It's not easy, but he wanted to get the various shots.
Yeah.
See, I've got so much camera gear, I should literally charge everything up and set it all out there on my deck because I know I fly there all the time. But could you imagine I'd have like 14 different views of my drone taking off?
Can you imagine trying to? Could you imagine editing all that together and your favorite editor?
Yeah, I'd use AI.
There you go.
Hey,
There's something in there.
Tom's got to go pick up dinner. See you later, Tom.
All right, have a good one. You know what I've been craving, even though and I know I can't have it because it's too damned expensive. I've really been craving some king crab.
Oh,
I mean, you can get like the little, and the spiny ones up here, but you're still paying like $40 a pound.
how much has the price of seafood going up in the Seattle area?
Pretty much. I think when I first moved out here, I've been here going on 15, 16 years, something like that. When I
Hey,
first
Bill.
got here,
Hey,
it
Bill,
was-
Angel's trying to log in. But he can't log in, but he's actually home.
Angel's trying to log in. Okay, wait a minute.
Hey, Bill, 8th Avenue Northwest, Seattle. What neighborhood is that?
Angel would probably know better than me.
If we
I
can
have
get him
no
on.
idea why it's not working.
Oh, he's got to restart his computer now.
Okay, but I don't know why.
They call it something. I lived there for about 5 years, but I forget what they
Okay.
call it.
I don't really know like the particular names of like neighborhoods and stuff because I live in Everett, so
Yeah, yeah.
Everett's probably like 20 miles north of Seattle. 20.
It's north
Well,
of Seattle. Yeah, that's where the Boeing plant's at.
yeah. So yeah, but there's Boeings all through here. But yeah, I'm literally like because they turned the Everett airport into an international airport now to
Yeah.
supposedly take some heat off of SeaTac.
No, when I lived up there, I used to run around there all the time. I'd take the ferry over to Whidbey Island and
Yeah.
for deliveries and stuff. But they call that certain area on 8th Avenue Northwest. They call it something.
Well, maybe
Like,
Angel will
like with
know.
Queen Anne's Hill and things like that.
Yeah,
There's a name for
that's
that
what I said.
neighborhood.
Angel would know better than me. So maybe if he gets in here, because I don't know the name of shit. Even when I lived at home in Virginia, I couldn't. I'd say over, yeah.
I think it starts with a B or something. I forget what
Please
it was. There's
put me
like
in
a
the
whole
car and I'll
certain
get there.
group of people that live in that area.
A group of
Angel's doing his restart
are
now.
we
Like a
racial profiling?
no. It is a race of people that it starts with a B. I'm thinking not Bethel or brothel or never mind.
Well, there's a
I'm
Bothell
just
here.
ranting.
That's where
Huh?
actually Altel had their U.S. headquarters was in Bothell.
Okay.
And then when I actually drove over there and looked at it, it looked like a convenience store. It was so tiny.
Ballard. Angel's right. It was
Angel's got
Oh
Ballard.
yeah,
Ballard.
Ballard. Yeah, I had my daughter-in-law lived in Ballard with her family when they first moved here.
Huh.
Yeah, when I moved back from Michigan, I lived there for about 5 years.
Okay, now he says it. So I've just now seen it. I keep going behind and getting behind. I
And
abuse it
see,
frequently.
he says Norwegian, so I wasn't being racial. There is a group of people
Okay.
that live there.
Norwegians.
Message me on Facebook, Angel, if there's still an issue. Let's see. Wait a minute. I'm trying to catch up.
You're
real
behind.
quick.
He's already restarted that computer. Or it's booting up
Yeah.
now.
Well, as I'm saying, you didn't have any trouble getting in. Sammy didn't have any trouble getting in. I can't think that it's.
I
Uh,
had to use the Chrome browser. It wouldn't let me in with Safari.
Yeah, it doesn't like
oh yeah, it
Safari.
doesn't like Safari.
No, I had to use the Chrome browser.
Yeah, it
But
prefers.
the funny thing, I think you can use Safari on
Hey,
the
what's up,
phone.
Will? Hey, Will.
I will.
Now, what were you saying, Ron? Sorry.
I think you can use Safari on the phone. No, it's the weirdest thing for StreamYards, but I'm not positive about
See, I
that.
told you he would be the one that knew.
Yeah, but see, Bill's not using StreamYard.
Oh, Angel did his Mac update today. Mac.
You
26.
just said it needs to be Chrome. So he needs to use Chrome to open
Yeah.
the link.
Yeah.
If he's running a
Copy
Mac.
it
Get
and paste
Chrome
it into
downloaded.
Chrome.
I had the Mac Mini, the 4 Pro chip.
Yeah.
Dude, here again, okay? If like I started with the watch, if you go back to computers and whatnot, they were like huge, right? And
Right.
then they got down to where they were halfway okay. This Mac Mini with the 4 Pro chip is about that big a square.
And it's more powerful than all those big computers put together.
It smokes. If you look over here, you see that computer right there?
Yep.
That is a Asus Republica Gamers gaming PC.
Right.
And that's what I use with that screen right there. I use that for my flight simulator and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This little bitty tiny box smokes that computer. It's just amazing.
Wow.
The Mac Mini is awesome.
Yep.
I love it.
Yep. Hey, Bill. I got a drone shoot early tomorrow, so I'm going to bounce out early. I got a lot of stuff to prepare: the equipment, the batteries. I got to see if I got to get flight approval there or whatever. So I'm going to run.
I got to tell you something before you take off.
Okay.
Okay, my wife and I started watching The Pit, and
Ooh,
we've been
that did well at the awards show, Bill.
and we yeah it did, and we've been binging it hard. What blows my mind is how it's all one day.
Yeah, right. It's a
But I'm going
shift.
to tell you
It's
right
like
now.
it's like
I'm
a
going to tell you right
12-hour
now
shift.
before you go, and you'll know exactly where we're at. He just caught Langdon.
Okay, I do know exactly where you're at.
Okay, so and
With the help of the most unlikable character in the show.
well, but yeah, exactly. That's what I'm. You just want to smack her. But wasn't it so cool when she looked at the two Filipino chicks and started speaking in Tagalog, and they were like, "Oh shit! I told you she was Filipino."
Yeah,
They're always talking shit, in Tagalog about what's going on.
yeah. Anybody, that's the recommendation of the year. If you haven't seen The Pit yet, go to HBO, but have a lot of time because it's hard to stop at one episode,
And
Bill.
it's very graphic.
Oh yeah, if you think it's gonna be another ER, it's at a whole nother level than ER.
Yeah, like ER would be one episode would be a whole day, man. This one they're giving you the whole day.
Yeah. I think it's a 12-hour shift. But hey, good night, folks. Anybody that ordered the Mini 5 Pro out there, good luck. I hope you get it soon. Let us know what you think of it, how it turned out. I haven't ordered yet. I may order, I may not. I'm still looking everything over. I'm in no hurry to get it. I don't have to be the first guy in
Yeah, it's not
the
something
U.S.
I'm
with
good,
it,
but
so I'm in
I
no
mean,
hurry.
I could understand people wanting to get it for the purpose of reviewing it and getting views on their channel, but it's not like you said. It's not. I've got this. I got this new monster.
Yeah.
that I'm going to have to do a lot of experimenting with, and the last thing I need is a drone. That comes out a month later, and I'm like, oh, I need to learn this one. No, I need to learn this one. I want to fly this one. No, I want to fly this one, and then I don't get shit done with either one of them.
And its only advantage is it's smaller.
Yeah, exactly. And I got the Mini 4 Pro.
Yep. Good night, folks. Sammy, thanks for joining us tonight. Appreciate it.
Hey, Ron, I
Have a
talked
good
to you. I
evening.
talked to you this morning with you and Bill, and I talked to
Yep.
you tonight. So be safe,
Well,
man.
Yep.
we
Have a
all
good one.
day. Yep. Good night. Everybody, good night
So,
in the chat. See you next week.
all right. See you next week, Ron. Have a good one. Let's
Hey,
see.
Bill, speaking of TV shows, did you ever watch Deadwood?
No, I have not. I've heard about it.
Oh, dear God, my man. What about Justified?
No.
Oh, Bill.
But the thing about it is let me put. How can I phrase this? We're at the squirrel part of the show for everybody that's wanting to know. I
Right.
did discuss. I will kind of reiterate what we were talking about earlier. If you are interested in either the Mavic 4 Pro or the Mini 5 Pro, and you go to eBay and you're looking, you want to find someone is going to use, especially if they're in China. If you want them to use UPS China to get it to send to you, and if you want someone else like South Korea or whatever like that, then you're going to need them to send it from UPS, because apparently that's how they're getting things in because of the singular send. Like Ron was talking about earlier, we think right now that they're looking more for like pallets of stuff coming in directly from China, and they're all drones instead of like one drone here, one drone there, coming from all different places, that way. So you see UPS, jump on it if you want the drone. I would probably rather have the RC Pro 2 more than I would want to have the Mini 5 Pro. Let's see. New Avata. Yeah, the Avata 3 is going to be pretty sharp, but I don't think it's going to be quite what everybody's thinking. I think it's going to be even more like a Cinewhoop and maybe smaller.
You know that when you were showing that package that you could get from wherever it was you were showing it, it showed the Mini 5 Pro with the basically kind of looked like the RCN1 controller. It didn't have the screen.
Right. But
For
this one is the
$1,100?
RCN. It's the RCN3. It's the
Oh,
third
okay.
iteration of that controller. But like I was talking to Ron, I think all of the Mini 5 Pros that they had have been bought up. And that's why we're not seeing so many of them on sale on eBay, because like Ron was pointing out, the demand around the rest of the planet was huge, just like it was in the US. So there was not that many extras to be bought and surplus, as opposed to the Mavic 4 Pro, where people were like, that's beyond my price range.
Right.
So,
Well, it kind of goes back to like when we bought my son the PlayStation 5, right? He kept on around. He didn't know if he wanted it, didn't know. By the time he decided he wanted one, we had to pay like $1,100 for that thing because
well,
people buy them up and then you have to go to these people to buy them from them. And if you
Yeah.
really want it's going to cost you a lot of money.
I guess Angel's computer didn't work, or he's not using. He can't get Chrome on there because we didn't hear from him. Let's see, where am I going? I'm like 4 minutes behind on the chat, so let me scroll up here again because I got to talking.
I think the eView Max does work on Safari, but it says you won't get all the benefits.
Well, it's easy, like you said. It's easier with Chrome. It's just
Yeah,
easier. It's
yeah.
simpler. Okay,
Even with StreamYard, Chrome's better. It works better.
look at this. See, Jim's like, ha ha ha.
Oh
Bill
yeah,
needs-
Jim was hoping I was leaving too.
No, I'll be okay. I'd have made it if you left. But see, we're both on the West Coast. It's only like 6:40 out here for us.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm looking at 20 to 7.
Yeah, see, look what he says. The link is not happy, not allowing me to get on. It's saying use Chrome.
Uh-huh.
It's like it's fickle.
Is Angel on a Windows PC? Or do you know?
No, it's an Apple.
Oh,
He just
okay. Yeah,
updated from that.
you got to download Chrome.
Yeah, I thought that he had used Chrome before, so it may be that he just got rid of it, or it's buried in there somewhere. I'm gonna get rid of all this other stuff that was talking about earlier. I'm trying to think. We had not watched. We did.
Uh-oh. It's just me. All right. It's the Sammy Show. What are we going to talk about now? Anything. Bring something up. Let me know in the chat what we want to talk about. Bill's gone. I'm here. Let's see. Angel's still having trouble. Can't get in. He says he has. It was the Sammy Show. What's up?
I was going down and clicking X and X and X, and then I hit the wrong button, and I was like, oh shit.
Well, as soon as you dropped out, I just said, all right, now it's the Sammy Show. So,
Well, yeah, it goes that way. I would just, let's see, haven't been on here in a while. I saw that where Angel said he hadn't been on in a while. Oh no, I was closing windows because I had all the stuff earlier that I was discussing about where the potential ban would be, and I had a bunch of links up that I was talking to people about the Slim Sammy show as opposed to the Round Bill show. I'm the fat squirrel with the beer in his hand going, hold my beer.
you know, that never ends well, no matter what you're doing.
Oh, hold my beer? Yeah, never.
And you be mowing a yard, right? And you tell your buddy, hold my beer, and you grab the mower, and it goes sideways.
Well, I think that's the whole comic point of it, you know,
Mm.
is that okay? He's about to do something stupid.
Yep.
No,
100%.
you're not popping up at all. No. Are you still trying to use Safari or Chrome? I don't know. I'll pop. Here you go. Let me do this. I'll go invite, and I'll go.
Well, it's things like this is the only reason I put Chrome on my Mac, because even StreamYard wants to use Chrome.
Let's see what happens. Because I said make a new guest thing, and it said, "Are you sure you want to do that?" Ding a ding a ding a ding a ding a ding.
Hey, speaking
What?
of going squirrel, have you had a problem with your AMS?
No.
None at all?
Nope.
Now that's the original AMS, right? Not the
Yep.
new 2?
Yep.
Because mine got the all red lights.
Yeah, you were talking to me at that last time you was on, and I was like, "Have they ever gotten back to you?"
We went round and round and round and round and round. They said that they couldn't find that I even purchased the AMS because I didn't buy it when I got the P1. I bought it later.
Yeah.
So I showed them my PayPal receipt that when I bought it, because they were trying to tell me that their serial number was out of warranty.
Oh.
So I showed them that no, it's not. Well, I got to digging around because they kept talking about cables. So, you know, inside the AMS, if you take everything out and you take those 2 screws out and you pull the top plate out, you can get to the innards.
Right.
There's a little ribbon cable that plugs in to the port where your other cable plugs in. That cable had got loose.
Okay.
So I plugged it back down. Now the AMS is working fine. But they did decide to send me all new cables and all that stuff.
Well,
So
how noble of them. They should have sent you some free filament.
no, they should have. If I had that issue, they should have replaced the unit.
Well, yeah, true.
It's
But then
under
it turned out to
warranty,
be,
right?
yeah, yeah. But you know how they are. Because the thing about it is where would it had to have gone? Back to China?
And the thing of it is too, I only have the one AMS unit, right? So the cables, once I plugged them in, have never been unplugged. So it's not like they're being used a lot, right?
Oh, wow. Do you see what he's saying?
Hmm.
Did you replace the extruder? Or, I mean, the print head? Because sometimes you can use the piss out of one and you just got to replace it.
Well, you don't have to replace the print head. You can just change the nozzle.
Well, yeah, the nozzle.
Unless it's an extruder problem.
But to see, he's saying he cleared the extruder and the print head, but it still won't print.
You can go into your settings on that screen and do a factory reset
Yeah.
and put in a new nozzle and then do a factory reset. That's what I would do.
We've encountered an error. We aren't able to initialize connection. Hang on a second. I got an idea. Because I had to. That was how I got Harry in, but I don't know if I can do it. Let me see.
Does Angel still have like AOL or something, or
It's just.
does he have like a good Wi-Fi?
Well, see what happened. I had this issue with Harry when they were on before H plus R drone racing. I want to make sure I do that because I kept talking.
Is that those guys that was on when I was on?
Yeah, and they're
Yeah.
coming back. They're coming back next week. So,
Oh, them dudes got some cool stuff going on.
well, they've redone the flight suit. They've got a new, bigger flight suit, man, that they're working on.
Oh, really?
And they've got the 3D printer drone in the air more now. And I think they've already come to a decision on what the first print's going to be. It should allow you to come in on a phone. Just try that, you can try that link too. If I would assume that it would let you come in because I think maybe Mike Wright had been on before with maybe his tablet. So I'm assuming that a phone would work too. Iceland is your favorite place on Earth so far. Very cool. The volcanoes. Well, so you're going to retire to Iceland. You're going to become Icelandic when you retire, right?
Hey, I got 2 more years to go and I'm done.
I have 5 more.
Ah,
I mean, my back and my neck is so screwed up. They already sent me a letter saying you've already accumulated enough points to declare disability. I'm like, that's
Right.
okay. I can still crawl out of bed for now.
well, see that's where Rose screwed up, right? She screwed up. She got this work from home job. She's a national buyer for Georgia Pacific, and like I told her, you work from home. You can do that till you're 90, okay?
Yeah.
So now I can retire. She ain't having it though. She ain't having it.
I was gonna say she's gonna be like, you remember when I told you that you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me?
Exactly. I tell everybody, and I don't mean to cuss, but I'll tell everybody on the planet, I am her bitch.
Well, the thing about
She makes all the money.
There's a good possibility that I would not be here doing a live stream right now if it wasn't for my wife.
That's right.
Hey, looky here! Did it? Wait a minute. Looks like are you on the phone?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, at least it's working. Look! Does everybody quick, go buy those lottery tickets now? We never know when he might appear again.
Hey, Bill, I know there's never no sun up in Seattle. How the Angel get so tanned up?
Well, to be honest with you, for about the last 4 or 5 years, we've had little to no rain.
I know we're in the squirrel zone, so I just want to say that the whole time I lived there, it was just weird, right? It was always either misty or moist, and it was no sun for like a month, right? And
He just said
people
moist
became
problem here.
assholes. They became assholes. Then when the sun came out, you've seen a whole different group of people.
Mm-hmm.
Their
It's
whole attitude changed. They were happy. It was
everybody's
weird.
pissed off now. Everybody's pissed off now. It doesn't
Yep.
matter. Everybody just stays pissed off now. It doesn't really matter. Because
Unless you watch, unless you watch South Park,
well,
that
no, I'm
cheers
just
you up
saying
a little bit.
things are so polarized now.
Wait a minute. Looks like
If you go into the grocery store,
Yeah.
there's always somebody pissed off on both sides. It just never fails. So I'm just like,
Yeah.
man, I'm just here to get some milk and cheese. I'm going home. I don't want to get involved.
Well, then somebody will start telling you about how they mistreat the cows, and the cows are not treated right that you're
Yeah, how
getting the
can you?
milk and cheese from.
Oh, thank you for saying that, Sammy.
Yeah.
Because I've told these people before. We're at that point to where we're doing stream picks, but it's also the part of the show where sometimes when I find a new creation to try live on camera,
The cookies again.
and nope. It's a few weeks ago, as Sammy just said, I had the Reese's Oreo cookies,
Hmm.
but I'll be right back.
Oh dear God! Watch out, Angel. He's up to something.
It's been a
Prob-
long time since I've been here.
it's probably a rebuild of the moon pie or something he's got excited about.
I told you all since I had gotten the Reese's cookie that they had made something else, and then I would have to get it and try it live on the air.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
So it's
oh,
actually
now
the
that
Reese's
might not be
Oreo.
bad.
So this is the Reese's part of the collaboration.
So in other words, it's Reese's on the outside with the cookie in the middle instead of the other way around.
Okay, we'll see. Okay, so here we are. We're opening, and look, it has a white covering on it. So yes, like Sammy said, it appears here that they've crumbled the cookie within the peanut butter portion of the cup. Okay, here we go.
Hey, Angel, can you imagine the stuff you could put next to the cash register that Bill would buy?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
totally.
I gotta have that.
Well, here's the thing.
And what you thinking?
Oh man, these are good. They'd be even
So
better.
is it Reese's slash Oreo cookie?
No, no, not the last one. There's a whole 3-pack here. There's
Are
3
they
there.
made by the same company or?
Reese's makes the candy bar. Reese's
Ah,
makes this. Oreo makes the other one.
but I mean the parent company. Is it the same company?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, it was a collaboration, which is kind of cool. Wow, these are much better than the cookies.
Well,
Much better.
to what Jim says about he can't buy those here yet. I
That's
remember
why
when I was a
I'm
kid.
taste testing them for you.
I
That's
remember when
why
I
I'm
was a
doing
kid.
it.
When I was a kid, my dad was an over-the-road driver, right? So he would go back east and all this kind of stuff, and he would get stuff back there that we didn't have here. Like when they first came out with the little squares of bubble gum that had like the juice in the middle.
Oh yeah, freshen up.
Yes, they didn't have those here, but he
Yeah.
would bring them, and I'm like, telling my friends, I'm like, oh, check this out.
Let's see, that's like something else that happens here in the U.S. on the West Coast that doesn't happen anywhere else.
Right.
One of my favorite citrus fruits in the world is sumo citrus, the giant,
Yes, the orange.
the giant mandarins that you can get. Okay, but the thing about it is, if they grow them here in California, there's 10 people per tree. That's why they cost so damn much. Because they
Yes.
have to be babied all the way through the process. But within the last 5 years, they've started crop in Australia. Well, it's matured, let me say. And so now, when they're harvesting from September to October in Australia, there's always a surplus. And where do they come? The west coast of the United States. And I've noticed here recently the ones from Australia are much better than the ones we're growing here now. So I don't know what's
Them,
involved there.
them sumos are something that if you've never had one, you got to have one.
Oh
They
no,
are
the
good.
Reese's caramel is good, but I'm telling you, this is incredible. This is incredible. What's this?
Which is better?
Coming back to the U.S. sooner than we think. Okay, that's something else I was going to bring up. Okay, here's the thing. We know Trump is supposed to talk to Xi Friday
Friday.
about the TikTok deal.
Uh-huh.
There may be some miraculous other deal made, who knows? But sorry, bro, I don't think so. DJI is about to have the door slammed on them hard. And wherever you've heard that from, you need to go back and talk to them because they're feeding you a line of crap. DJI is all but out the door, and there's no miraculous save coming.
No, they've been hammered.
Exactly, because the U.S. government saw another pile of money, and they don't want anybody else getting it. So it's just gone. All right, y'all talk for a second. I'm going to give this to my wife.
Hey, it's the Angel Show. I'll be right back.
Woo! How's everybody doing? It's been a long time. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't checked in a while. I've been busy working, but I was just in Croatia and Slovenia.
Ding-a-ding. Uh-oh, did Sammy leave?
No, he said he's gonna come right back. I was
Oh,
just talking about how I was just in Croatia and Slovenia flying.
yeah, that's what because people were asking me, they're like, why is Angel posted? I was like, because that's where his wife's from.
No,
Oh,
no,
it's
she's not
not?
from there. She's
Oh,
not
I
from
thought
there.
she was from over there somewhere.
No, I went over there just because of Game of Thrones, and I played soccer with some Croatian guys, so I figure,
You went over there because of Game of Thrones?
yeah.
Oh, wow, that's trippy, because I moved out here because of Twilight.
Oh,
No shit,
no,
man.
it was
That's why I
beautiful.
moved out here. That's the whole point. Here's what's crazy. When I first planned to move out here, I didn't know my wife at that point in time, but I was living in Georgia
Mhm.
with let's say he was like my sixth cousin.
Okay.
You know, six times removed, so barely any blood relationship at all. But anyway, so I was living with him and his wife, and it was like one of these weird situations where they wanted to kind of keep me as an indentured servant. So I had met my wife online, or that's where I met her with Joe. I was talking to her online because one of the guys that I happened to be working with, because I was working on construction on the road crew, and we were like downtown Atlanta, and I was working on the highway. And we were putting up like giant lights and stuff, pouring concrete at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, you know. So yeah, it was fun, to say the least. So he told me about this app. I can't remember what the hell it was called, but it was like a kind of a singles app, you know. And I logged in there, and I met my wife, and we got talking back and forth, and then we became friends on Facebook. And one thing led to another, and she came to me. We were going to try to start our lives there in Georgia, right? And so it didn't work out with my family members because, needless to say, like I said, they would try to make me an indentured servant, and then they tried to make my wife an indentured servant. So we just said later, and we came back here, and then we bought the business, and here we are.
Here you are. Yep.
Yeah.
No, here you are.
That's why you hear that southern twang every now and again.
Do I have a southern twang?
No, sir, you do not. You have a rather, let's say, accentless speech pediment there.
I guess that's good because I'm from New Orleans, and I
Yeah,
think
but
some
and then
people
they try to say that people out here have a
accent.
but they don't. They don't.
They don't. They don't.
It's
Yeah.
just it's like you just have a normal. There's no wang or there's no like let's see from up in from Boston. Nobody's talking like
Yes.
this out here.
Exactly.
Oh,
Well, I'm from Strong Island.
Yeah, Long Island. Where it's like slow and cold.
now, do you guys think that people from other countries, we know they have accents, right? Like British people and stuff like that.
Yeah,
What
I
is
saw that.
what is the American accent?
wait. You gotta love it. Trump got them with the no-fly zone in England. See, look, as I said, he came yesterday and he's going tomorrow because we had a no-fly zone between the airport and Windsor Castle.
Yeah.
That's trippy. Y'all sound like Merkin to me. See? Oh, I can. I do like what is it?
I mean, you have hillbillies and you have, like you said, with Boston and Even Michigan people have an accent, but
Oh, I'm hillbilly all the way through. Because, like I said, I was
uh,
born and raised in Southwest Virginia. Little old
Missouri.
town
I have
called
the
Marion, because
I have
Francis
that
Marion
Cajun accent.
Francis Marion came and took a tinkle in my bushes in Marion, and they named it Marion. Kind of like they did, like Marion, Ohio. Is like, what happened? Swamp Fox took a dump here, because that's
Like
what
you're
his regular
marrying
nick.
your cousin, right?
Yeah. Well, no, his nickname in the Revolutionary War was the Swamp Fox, because he was just really, he could plan out, attacks and stuff really well. So he was conniving like and sly like a fox. So they called him the Swamp Fox.
Anything that starts with the swamp is going to end up being cool.
Yeah, and so basically every city that he showed up in and did something in has been named. So all the places throughout the U.S. that you know are named Marion usually had something to do with him. So I don't know.
Well, talking about accents and different things with American people and all that. I had a discussion at work one time that there was a
Oh,
Mexican guy that worked there, and there was a black guy that worked there, and they each
Oh no,
said,
what
you
happened?
guys, the Mexicans have their
Sucker
quince,
punch.
their parties, and the black guy's like, well, he told him, he says, you guys got nothing on our parties, right? I said, come on, people. I said, nobody has a better party than a bunch of hillbillies who get liquored up on moonshine and wrestle alligators for fun. Okay.
exactly. I only lost 3 fingers. Yeah, come at you like this. How you doing, man? I came out good.
Yeah, and beating a pinata with a stick compared to taking your wife's car and trying to jump through a mud puddle.
But here,
Okay, I
here's
mean, come
y'all were talking about that, and it's kind of funny because I was talking about the Pit. Angel, have you ever watched the Pit on
No.
HBO Max? Okay, Ron said we needed to watch it. My wife and I just talked about watching it before, but Ron's talked about how good it was last week, so we started watching it, and we almost watched the whole first season in one day.
Oh well.
It's
Okay.
that good, but it's like ER, but extremely graphic. Like you see live births, you see when like arteries rupture, and all this stuff. But it's really it's you. Let's put it this way: the series talks about the troubles and the difficulties that hospitals have, and it also
Yes.
talks about why they're having so much difficulty maintaining everyone's health and keeping up with stuff. Because, well, let me put it this way: the charge nurse that's in charge of the ER she interacts with this one gentleman, and she says, "Sir, we're going to get to you as quickly as we can. We take people as the severity of their illness, right?"
Hmm.
So he's getting mad. He keeps getting more and more pissed off. So finally, one of the doctors says, "All right, dude," he says, "Here's this form." He said, "We're letting you know that if you leave before we finish, you could die. But if you don't want to stay here, you don't have to." So he pushes the form out there and he takes it out, and the guy sits back down for a little while. A couple of hours goes by, and he sees the charge nurse, and she's outside smoking a cigarette. And he just walks up to her and punches her right dead in the face, man. Punches her nose and everything. She's just laying on the pavement, blood pouring everywhere, cigarette laying there on the side. She's like, fuck, you know? And then they go back inside, and she's like, "Never mind." And they've got like some of the interns there. It's kind of like a teaching hospital, so
Yes.
they're teaching the kids as they're there. And they're like, "Oh, does this happen a lot?" And pretty much everybody turns around and go, "Yeah, I've been assaulted." And then they all talk about it like it's nothing, that they all continually get assaulted by people coming in there. And that's why we don't have nurses. That's why we don't
Uh
have
huh.
doctors, because people come in and treat them like
Crap.
mud. And
Yes.
the thing about it is then you see the bureaucracy where the hospital executives come down and go, "We need you to get your patient satisfaction scores up so that we can charge more." And and he's like, "I'm here to take care of people. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's rough, but it's a phenomenal series. And anybody that didn't know already, it cleaned house at the Emmys this
Okay.
past weekend. It cleaned house.
It's called The Pit.
The Pit, because it's in Pittsburgh.
Okay, and is it on Netflix or what is it on?
It's on HBO Max.
HBO Max. Okay.
And it is incredible. But like I said, it's very graphic. So when you see them cutting in, you're gonna see them cutting in. And
Now,
then
That's fine.
we watched a live birth, man, and my wife's like, are they going to show us? I was like, yes, they are. Because, well, the baby had trouble and its like shoulder got stuck under the pelvic. And so he had to get in there and move it around and stuff and get it to come out. And you saw all that. It was really cool. Anyway,
Now, Angel,
Yes.
Angel, I was telling Bill earlier, there's 2 series that you need to watch, and I am not lying. You will love them.
if you like,
One is Justified,
well,
Okay.
okay?
he's like a Texas
And then
Ranger, isn't he?
Huh?
In Justified, isn't he like a Texas Ranger?
Yes.
Okay.
And the second one is Deadwood. The same main character from Justified is in Deadwood, but those 2 series are just amazing.
But
Bill, did you ever watch Sons of Anarchy?
yes.
Okay, you know the one guy with the beard and the mustache that was all up on that he girl.
There's a lot of guys with beard and mustaches.
But you know what I mean. The one he girl that came in. It was a dude.
No, it's not really ringing a bell.
He was
But
a girl, but it was a dude.
I've always been a fan of Timothy Oliphant for a long time. For a
Right, Timothy
long time.
Oliphant's in both those series,
Yeah, yeah.
but the guy that plays the guy that was in Sons of Anarchy, he's the guy that does the goggles commercials. If it isn't Scoggins, it don't belong on your noggin.
Oh, you talking about yeah, Goggins? You talking?
Yes.
I didn't know. Was Goggins in Sons of Anarchy?
Yes, he was a dude with boobs, and he was doing one of the
Maybe I
biker
didn't
guys.
realize it was him.
It was
Because
him.
he's actually getting famous now.
Oh,
Yeah,
he was
finally is getting credit, right? Like,
he's
Yeah.
one of the main characters in Justified. His name is Boyd Crowder.
Uh-huh.
It's about. I'm just telling you guys, if you get bored and you want to binge watch something, Justified and Deadwood.
Deadwood, yeah.
okay.
But,
They
you
are
need to. Okay,
awesome.
another short series like that because I like Taylor Kish a lot as an actor too. He's in remember Primeval is a
Yeah.
western and it's freaking, you talk about awesome. That's a great movie.
Uh-huh.
But he's also in the Terminal List. It's like Wolfpack or something now. Taylor's in, and that's on Amazon.
Terminal List is new, right?
Yeah, Terminal List has Chris Pratt as the main character.
Right.
Terminal List,
right.
Wolfpack, has Taylor Kish as the main character.
And Chris Pratt is a guy from
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah.
I gotta
All
be
right,
honest with
folks.
you guys. I am behind on a lot of shows because unfortunately there's not enough time. I gotta catch up on Cobra Kai. I'm back on Stranger Things, like season 2.
I
I'm way
haven't finished
behind.
Cobra Kai yet, and I've like Star Trek's done for this year, and I haven't finished it yet. I did. I'm caught up. I'm caught up on Peacemaker, and it's really good. I think this season of Peacemaker is better than last season's because there's actually stories involved.
Is Eagly still in there?
Oh yeah, Eagly's still there.
Yeah,
Eagly ain't going
I haven't
nowhere,
started
man.
a new one yet.
All right, gentlemen, I got stuff I got to do.
Yeah.
I'm glad to have you all here. Thank you very
All right.
much for showing. And the 9 people that are still hanging out, love each and every one of you. Please be here next week. Live long.
All right.